Hello, I'm Marcus, student of UCD. Today, I would like to present about the digital business of QB Net Holding. And before I start, I would like to introduce my group to you. And we are a group that formed with two people, and one is Ming Hao and one is Marcus. So now let us touch to the point. Now I would like to introduce the background of QB Net Holding to you. First, QB Net Holding is founded in 1996 and their first shop is in Kanda Shiroko. And their core business value is to serve customer with 10 minutes of haircut and provide the value of time to customer. And as of today, they already is the largest chain of haircut only salon by number of location and sales in Japan. Aside, they already listed in Japan Exchange Group in 2018. QB Net Holding they mainly focus their business footprint in five countries. They are Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and USA. And in these five countries, they have over 2,500 of employees and 700 plus over store units. And there's a record show that they have served 80 million of customers in 2021 and have generated more than over 200 million of Japanese yen revenue in 2022. Now let's talk about the selling point of QB Net Holding. QB Net Holding is a salon that they only provide haircut only service and they replace shampooing with air wash to minimize the time using on each haircut. And this is the reason why they can limit their haircuts to be done in 10 minutes. The second selling point of QB Net Holding is high standard of hygiene. Each shop, each station, they have an ultraviolet sterilizer and their equipment will need to sterilize after each haircut. And third selling point of Cubic Net Holding is there is a low price salon. And Cubic Net Holding has set their haircut service at a standard price of Japan yen 1,200 in Japan and SGD $14 in Singapore. And normal Japan salon price is at a standard price of Japan yen 2,000 to 6,000, and in Singapore a salon standard price is at $20 to $35. QB Net Holding positioning themselves in hairdressing industry as low price and fast cutting salon. As the industry is low barrier entry and easy to copy, hence there is some competitor appear in Singapore and Japan, and they are K-Cuts, Easy House, Snip Avenue, 3Q Cuts, Quick Cut BB, and Cut Factory. All these six competitors offering the same service with QB House. Now, let me explain how QB Net Holding branding itself in this hairdressing industry. QB Net Holding branding itself by promoting its core business value, simple and reliable haircut service to variety groups of people in four business units. They are QB House, QB Premium, FASS, and Mobile Hairdressing Service. First is QB House. QB House is a salon that only offer haircut only service and finish in a short time at a reasonable and affordable price. Their target audience is to businessmen who only need haircut only service. And second is QB Premium. QB Premium is a new hair salon chain that provides styling service on top of the haircut service but provide a better and comfortable environment. Third is FASS, also known as Fast Salon for Slow Life. FASS is a new salon that based on the concept of QB House, feel a simple life but make an improvement on the space and emphasize on the simple and open concept. Their target audience is 20 to 40 years old customer who needs haircuts and styling in a comfortable environment. The last one is mobile hairdressing service. Mobile hairdressing service is a new operation mode that Net Holding offers its service to customer group that unable to attend physical salon. To make this happen, QB Holding will drive its own salon car to nursing house or hospital to offer its salon service to customers. The service that they offering is haircut, shampooing, face shaving, coloring, and hair burns. Now let us analyze how can QB House provide a haircut in 10-minute session instead of traditional hairdressers 60 minutes. First technique that QB House implement is no reservation and only walk-in allowed. This can minimize the waiting time that customer needed at waiting area. And second is every customer need to pay while ticketing ticket at vending machine. This will avoid customers to spend unnecessary time after finish their haircut. Third is QB House remove shampooing service and replace with air wash to remove hair clipping. This helps them to save time from shampooing and blowing step. Together above three techniques, this is the reason why that QB House able to provide a haircut session in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Marcus, for the informative sharing on the QB Group's history and operations model. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. My name is Dick, and I'll be covering the second part of this presentation, where we will deep dive into how technology has contributed to the growth of QB House, as well as areas where digital solutions can help to enhance its competitiveness and cement its position as the market leader. First, we'll take a look at some of the organization's key strengths, and let's start with their stylists. Anyone who is keen to join QB House as a stylist must first undergo an in-house training program regardless of their experience. This helps to ensure that the quality of haircuts remain consistent throughout all of these outlets, since their stylists have all undergone the same training program. In Japan, training is carried out at Logif Professional Stylist School, which is run by the QB Group. Logif actually stands for Logical Thinking, and there are currently 7 such schools in Japan. For its overseas territories, trainers are flown in from Japan to teach the new recruits. Another unique aspect is that the training program has a condensed curriculum that only requires 6 months to complete, as compared to a typical salon trainee who will require at least 2 years before he or she is ready to debut as a stylist. QB House trainees are also treated as employees while undergoing training, so they will receive a full salary. These measures help to ensure that QB House has a ready and constant supply of stylists who are loyal to the company. QB House has also developed its own proprietary salon management system to help it collect data, such as number of customers served, average waiting time, and peak periods. When a customer purchases a ticket, it comes with a number that helps calculate the time between buying the ticket and starting the haircut. When it reaches their turn, the stylist will use a ticket reader to scan the ticket, which in turn captures data such as waiting time and time spent on actual haircuts. The data collected is then analyzed by the head office for both internal and business development purposes. Internally, it is used to improve workflow efficiency by optimizing the utilization rate of their stylists through reallocating them to outlets with high customer traffic at different timings so that the waiting time for customers is reduced. In addition, it helps to ensure fulfillment of the 10-minute target as customers visit a haircut-only salon for its speedy service, and higher efficiency also translates to higher sales. For business development, the data helps QB House to strategize its expansion plans and gain a foothold at prime locations with high customer traffic. In other words, it uses data obtained from existing salons to make more accurate predictions of customer traffic at potential new locations. The seat utilization rates serve as a good indicator of the customer demand at a particular location. Last but not least, QB House has a relatively strong social media presence, as it can be found in the most popular social media platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Moreover, each of their territories has an individual webpage providing region-specific information such as operating hours, outlet locations, as well as customer service support for inquiries and feedback. Each webpage is designed slightly different, but they are generally easy to navigate due to their user-friendly interface. Aspiring stylists can also submit their applications at the respective web pages in their location. In the next section, we will look at how digital solutions can be used to address the fragilities in QB House's business operations and improve their overall organizational performance. The first point is the lack of a cashless payment option. Although the payment system is automated, the limitation of cash-only transactions is a glaring deficiency in an industry that values speed and convenience, especially when the market is saturated with vendors that provide a similar service. Further, the availability of a cashless payment option is now seen as the default standard by many consumers. Therefore, QB House should either redesign its ticket vending machines or engage a solutions provider who is able to integrate a cashless payment system with their current hardware. That said, it should still keep cash payments as an option, similar to the EasyLink top-up terminals at our MRT stations. Next, the absence of a customer loyalty program is a problem which QB House has to urgently address in order to protect its market share. Factors such as a business model that can be easily copied and relatively low barriers to entry underline the need for QB House to retain and build loyalty amongst its customers to keep them returning. In fact, customers now expect to be rewarded for their loyalty. Boosting customer loyalty has its advantages, such as providing the business with a steady stream of revenue, as well as free positive publicity. Therefore, QB House should focus on non-pricing strategies to differentiate itself from its competitors and build customer loyalty. Our proposed solution is for QB House to develop a mobile application which will serve as the foundation of its customer loyalty program. Given the proliferation of mobile devices and high internet connection speeds in today's society, a mobile app is the fastest and easiest way to establish a customer loyalty program that can bypass geographical boundaries and connect users internationally. In addition, the app can be leveraged as another source of data for QB House to monitor user trends and gather feedback from its customers, which then can be used for service improvement and strategic planning purposes. It also helps to offer a personalized experience for their customers. For example, QB House can offer free haircuts during their birthday months using the data that it has collected from the application. The app can also be another digital touchpoint for QB House with their customers by offering pop-up notifications on upcoming events, as well as act as a guide on outlet locations and provide estimated waiting times during peak periods. As for the reward system, it can be points-based, which is not overly complicated or difficult to manage. Customers can either earn points by using QB House's services, participating in special events, providing feedback, or referring their friends and family members. These points can then be exchanged for rewards such as discounts, and it incentivizes the customer to continually engage with the business. Finally, haircutting services is the sole source of revenue for QB House, and this places it at risk to unforeseen circumstances such as the recent COVID-19 pandemic. There is also a possibility of them losing their market share to smaller chains or new market entrants with lower operating expenses that can also offer lower prices. As such, QB House should look into diversifying its revenue stream to minimize risk and reduce dependency on its primary source of revenue. We have identified two alternate streams of revenue which QB House can explore using technology. The first is advertising revenue. Since QB House provides haircut and styling services, it could advertise complementary products such as styling wax on its various digital platforms to generate advertising revenue. With its positive brand image, it can attract well-known hair care brands such as Gatsby to leverage on their online presence, which lends to the possibility of bundling their respective products and services as a package, which can also lead to the creation of a commission-based revenue stream for QB House. Additionally, it can forge partnerships with brands that share a similar minimalist concept such as Muji and Owndays to tap into new markets through cross-promotion. The second recommendation is for QB House to utilize the mobile app to charge for additional services. For instance, QB House currently does not accept reservations, but it could opt to charge its customers an additional fee to book a slot at their preferred salon and timing. Likewise, QB House can launch a tiered monthly subscription model for its services which come with additional benefits on top of the points issued in the customer loyalty program. These benefits may be offered in collaboration with its partners. Case in point, premium members are entitled to free-flow light refreshments at Muji outlet cafes. This model is advantageous as customers sign up and pay regardless of whether they use the services until they cancel, and this means a steady stream of revenue for QB House. We have come to the end of this presentation. To conclude, QB House is a mature brand that is recognized for its affordable and quality haircuts. Nonetheless, it needs to differentiate itself in a market that is becoming increasingly competitive. As the pioneer of Just Cut salons, QB House has the first mover advantage and already has outlets in different territories. Therefore, it should place its focus on using digital business to protect and expand its market share, especially in terms of providing added convenience, building customer loyalty, and diversifying its revenue streams. A mobile app ticks all those boxes that should come in first place in their list of priorities. Thank you for listening to this presentation, and we hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.